They're on their way.
By Poppy's Restaurant and Cafe, and as we look across the field we can see that it's the crew in lane number 6, which is Mount Aspiring College. So it's Nathan Redeye and Riley Bruce, and they've moved out nicely. We've seen Riley a lot in the South Island. He's quite a tall boy with long levers, and he can really make this boat go. And they've gone out from the North Island champions, who are Wakatani High School, who are Matthew Butler and Lenny Jenkins, and those two are moving out really early. And then we come across to Marlborough Boys College number 1, which is Leith Gilmore and Angus McFarlane. They would be in 3rd spot. Then you've got to go across to John McGlashan College and Glendowie College, who are locked together out there in lanes 4 and 3. Then go right out to Sacred Heart Auckland, Jonathan Edwards and Richard Irvin, and then come into St Peter's School number 1, Jacob Norris and Daniel Tower, and then Wellington College number 2, just finding the pace a little bit hot at this stage. But as they go through with about 350 metres gone, it's Mount Aspiring College by just a canvas over the boys from Whakatane High School. Whakatane just rating just a little bit higher. You can see the Mount Aspiring boys have settled into a rate of, I'd say, at about 31, 32. Just try and get a rate watch on these guys. Just see what Whakatane look across and try and see where Aspiring is in terms of the race as they're approaching the 1,000 metres, and we'll see if we can give you the call as they go through the 1,000. Yeah, Aspiring on 31, and there's only just a canvas in it. They're just approaching the 500 metres, and here they go. So 10 metres to go, and it'll be Aspiring now and now. So that's Aspiring and Whakatane, then now. So that was lane number 4, so it's McGlashan, and then out to 7, which was Marlborough Boys College, and then go across to the crews on the inside, which would be Glendowie and Sacred Heart. St Peter's just dropping back a little bit as Wellington College number 2 on the outside. So both these leading crews, quite surprisingly, have adopted quite a low rate. They move away from the island now, and there's still about a canvas in it. So it's the boys from Mount Aspiring from Wanaka, and all the time though you can see Whakatane just pushing up on them. And Riley Bruce looks across and he says, oh, I don't know about this. And he's just pushed the legs down a little bit harder, and they've moved out again to about 1/3 of a length. So Whakatane, of course, very accomplished at sculling. They've got a great record of success at the Maadi Cup and at national championships. And they will certainly be one of the red-hot favourites for this event. But at the moment, the boys from Wanaka, Nathan Redeye and Riley Bruce, just managing to hold them off by about 1/3 of a length. They're looking pretty comfortable at this stage. And then we go back to John McGlashan College. So they're out at Dunedin, out of the Otago Rowing Club. And then we come out to the boys from Marlborough Boys College. They would be in 4th spot. And then we go right across to the other side. So it's Glendowie and Sacred Heart Auckland, and then it's back to St Peter's, and then it's back to Wellington number 2. So we're just approaching the 1,000 metre mark, and it's still the boys from Wanaka. So Riley Bruce and James Redeye are looking amazingly relaxed as they approach the 1,000 metres. They just seem to be happy to sit on the Whakatane crew, who are just lifting a little bit as they come towards the 1,000. Here we go. So it's through the 1,000 now and now. So, and then it'll be now, so that's John McGlashan, and then it'll be now, and that's Marlborough Boys. So that's the margins between the crews. So there's nothing in it, and Bruce just looking across, and Wanaka just pushing up to 1/2 a length now. So just both these crews maintaining their composure amazingly well. It's interesting to watch. They're only under 16s, but there's certainly no panic creaking into either of these boats, and it'll be interesting to see what happens when we get to the business end of the system. So we'll just try and get a clock on Wanaka just to see what they're rating, and yeah, rating down at just under 30. And then we'll try and get one on Whakatane to see what they're doing. They are pointing a little bit higher. Whakatane are on 34. So that's the difference between the two crews. So quite a bit of relaxed composure coming from the boys from Wanaka. And Whakatane up, and they're starting to make some impression of Whakatane. So they've lifted their rate, and they're now moving up. And now Wanaka responding to that challenge inside them, and they've lifted their rate by a couple of strokes per minute. Then go across to the crew from John McGlashan, and they're doing very well. They've got themselves in the 3rd spot, and they're just trying to get up and get a little bit of overlap over Whakatane. and then there's quite a big gap, so it'll be 2 to 3 lengths back to the boys from Marlborough, and then you go right down to the inside, the Sacred Heart Auckland, then locked together are St Peters and Glendowie, and then back to Wellington College number 2, who aren't going to play a part in the medalists, I'm afraid. So bowling along out in front as we come into the business end of the system, so we're just about the 500 metre mark, and Whakatane are trying desperately to get up on level pegging, but they're still able to maintain Wanaka, that third to half a length. Here they go through the 500, so it'll be now and now, so that's much isn't it, and then third is now, so that's still John McGlashan in third spot, and here comes Marlborough coming through, and they are now. So it doesn't seem to me that there's going to be any change in terms of who's going to pick up the medalists. It'll be a case of which ones they are, because here comes Whakatane now. So Whakatane have just lifted their rate. Riley Bruce looks across and he's trying to respond, but now they're up on level terms. So the Wanaka bow ball is just marginally ahead as they go through the boys, but Whakatane have lifted their rate. We'll just see if we can see what that rate is. Wanaka just holding the narrowest of margins, and here we go. So Whakatane seem to be up about 35. Let's see what the rate watch says. No, 36 Whakatane. Wanaka still down on a lower rating, and now they've started to respond. So they're coming into the last 250 metres, and Wanaka is on 33. So they're under rating by 3 strokes per minute. And Riley Bruce all the time looking across, just seeing if he's got the measure of the Whakatane crew. And now they're going back out to half a length, and James Red Eye also watching. They need to keep their eyes on the boat, boys. That's where disaster can come. So Wanaka now lifting it up and sprinting for the line. Whakatane also trying to lift their rate, and the boys from John McGlashan trying to get up on that silver medal position, but I think they've left their run too late, and it's the boys from Wanaka. They're out to half a length. Wanaka by half a length over Whakatane. Whakatane by exactly 1 length over the boys from McGlashan. McGlashan coming. They've got it down to about 3/4 of a length, but they're not going to catch them, and it's going to be Wanaka though. Wanaka, the boys from Mount Aspiring College. Mount Aspiring College will go through. They'll be the title holders for 2014. Then it'll be Whakatane. Then it'll be the crew from John McGlashan, and then there's a big line-up for 4th spot. We go across to the inside. Looks like it's going to be Marlborough College, then it'll be Sacred Heart Auckland, then it'll be Wellington College, who have been the big improvers, then it'll be St Peters, and then it'll come back to Glendowie. So what a fantastic row by Wanaka. They really did keep their powder dry. They didn't get rattled by the Whakatane crew, and they just responded when they needed to. So congratulations to Mount Aspiring College. We'll go back to the start and bring us some more great racing.
The winners of the bronze medal for the boys under 16 double sculls for 2014, John McGlashan College. And in this crew we have Woody Kirkwood and Tom Grave, and they're very proudly coached by Jamie McKenzie and Dave Hannon. Their time 7:14.89. Congratulations, John McGlashan College. The winners of the silver medal for the boys under 16 double sculls, Whakatane High School. We have Matthew Butler and Lenny Jenkins, and their fabulous coaches Graham Watt and Karen Purcell, Whakatane High School. And now the Aon New Zealand Secondary Schools boys under 16 double scull champions for 2014, Mount Aspiring College. Nathan Redday and Riley Bruce, and they are proudly coached by Rob Bruce. Mount Aspiring, of course, in Wanaka. Their time was 7:12.69. So congratulations, gold medal winners, Mount Aspiring.